Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. The museum doesn't open until May the 22nd. But if you'd like a preview, I'm happy to oblige. So, we will have here on display objects from the history of the county, from our own fair city of Lincoln, and even from this building itself. No, these objects here will not be on display. Every museum ends up with a box of stuff like this. We call it unknown provenance. That means that we have no idea when or by whom it was acquired, which is a shame because it's nice to speculate. Oh, look at this. Beautiful thing, mortar and pestle, used for grinding things up. Very old. If only you could speak. I wonder what tales it would tell us. Oh, you've bought the mint leaves that I requested. God bless you. I will grind them up and add some other ingredients and a little butter for poor brother Edmund. He has one of his stomach aches. Since our order first came here in the year of grace 1230, we have served the local community. This is one of the poorest parts of Lincoln, which is why we Franciscans chose it. Here we may do the most good. This place has been our infirmary for many years, where we care for the sick and the old. Now I understand that His Grace King Henry wishes to close all the great religious houses of his kingdom. What will happen to us? What will happen to Greyfriars? Whilst I remember, would you go to the cupboard and get me a little licorice root? It's in a jar with a blue lid on the second shelf, if I recall. Now, I must find my oil. I left a bottle here somewhere. I really must stop worrying and concentrate. Now, where did I leave it? As I say, we don't really know anything about this object. Shame. Let's look at something else. Let me see. We know what they are. We know what they're for. What we don't know is what they lock or unlock. It's a mystery. Now then, it would not do to leave these lying about, not in this place. You're back. Now I thought we'd see you again. What is it this time? Well, drunkenness. Gambling. Begging. Vagrancy. Oh. You'll see out your days here with us until you have learned better. Now, as this is your second, or is it your third visit to the House of Correction, I am spared the not inconsiderable inconvenience of explaining the rules to you. But I will remind you of what we expect. So, you will remain here within these walls. You will be put to work, and in return you will get food. No work, no food. If you want betting, well then you come to talk to me and we will come to an arrangement. Now you know the pattern of the day. So, you rise when we tell you and deal with your betting. Then prayers. Then you start your work until such time as we tell you to stop and we feed you. Then back to work. Then prayers, and then back to bed. If you choose to break the rules, you will find that your movement can be further curtailed. And we must also keep the place clean. There's a school in the hall upstairs. Strange to think, 70 years ago this place was a religious house. Still, I suppose you could say that we are still in the business of saving souls. Now be gone with you, to work. Do not give me cause to speak to you again. I'm thirsty. Where's my cup? Who has my... Oh, must I do everything myself? Some of these objects, we know their purpose. We do not know when or where they were employed. Oh, we do know that the building here was constructed for the Franciscans in the early part of the 13th century, and that it was used until 1539, when on orders of King Henry VIII, the religious house here was closed. The buildings then became part of a private residence, and the hall space above began its life as a school. The infirmary here was used as a storeroom for stones. Then, at some point in the year 1612, it became a house of correction. Then it became a poor school for the worthy poor of Lincoln to learn the crafts of spinning and weaving. The building has been much altered over the centuries. Doors have been closed, windows have been enlarged and have glass put in them. Buttresses have been added to the outer walls to prevent the walls from sagging. Don't get me started on the fireplaces and the chimneys. Look here. Ogilvy's Imperial Dictionary of 1850. I love old books. I love the smell. A thing of beauty. Perhaps this might date from the time when the Undercroft was used as a mechanics institute. For it had a library, I understand, of some 6,000 books. Perhaps this one was borrowed and then forgotten. In which case, it is a long time overdue, and I am heartily glad that I do not have to pay the fine. The Ogilvy. I hope you found it interesting. It is a mine of useful information, scientific and technical. So, yes, I trust it was educational. That is the point of this, our Mechanics Institute, to provide the working man of Lincoln with the opportunity for self-improvement. Mind you, we've had to make a deal of improvements here ourselves. We've put in partition walls to divide the space up so that we have our library and reading room, with a small museum attached. Then there's the wheelwright shop, the vestibule where you came in, and a small apartment for my requirements. Oh, and upstairs, the school hall. We have the use of that in the evening for lectures. In return for the sum of £300. £300. A pretty sum for improvements to the structure and for seating. If you ask me, I think they should be grateful. But all they do is complain about our members. And us, a growing concern for the benefit of many, whilst that school is in decline, fewer and fewer pupils. But the school has been there for hundreds of years, so we should be charitable, I suppose. Now, have you given any thought to the area of study you might like to make your focus next? We have many books in the library on science and technology, geography and history. We steer away from current political matters and from dissenting religious sentiments in order to maintain the peace. Allow me to fetch you the catalogue. I'm sure we can find you something. Now, where did I leave it? Now, you must forgive me, but I really must get back to work. We open on the 22nd and there's still a lot to do. Still, I hope you'll come back and see us again. We've still got a lot to show you. So much history. I wonder, in 100 years' time, how might this place be used? Only time will tell. Good day to you.